Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the GW Panther, Geschützwagen Panther. It's the Tier 7 German SPG. It's on the south spawn of Halluf encounter, and this one is being commanded by Angelina75. Now she's got 2 marks of excellence on the barrel of her gun. It's a 15cm howitzer. It's capable of doing 600 alpha and will penetrate through 39mm of armor with a 7.2 meters burst radius. Now, as you know, Angelina and her partner actually conduct a contest every week to determine who has to get up at the weekend to look after their boy, and as a consequence it's all based on how well they do during the game during the week. And so they both need to do or produce the best game they can. Either an ace tanker or medals or some other factor will determine who gets to get up at the weekend and who gets the lie-in. Well, Angelina's first shot crosses the valley and it looks like it landed near an M4A3E8, but she can't be certain it did any damage. As you know, this is an encounter game, so it's all about the cap. She's up in the northwest corner of the map. Okay, she's gone to the aim again. There is an enemy tank in the cap circle. It's a T-71CMCD, but we've also got people in the cap circle as well. Oh, look at that! She killed a T-71CMCD with that shot. Right on target. We don't know how many hit points she managed to get, but she certainly nailed him. He's out the game. In fact, it was so good, and it's the only enemy vehicle that was in the cap, which means now we are capping, and the enemy's going to have to do something about that. Rounds out in the Samura. It stuns him, but it doesn't do any damage. This is a 2 replay video, by the way, both featuring the GW Panther, and both games were only a few days apart, so they both count towards the week that they were playing for. That was a good hit. Accurately aimed on the T-29. She managed to get 228 hit points. 2 enemy tanks have turned up in the cap circle now, and one of them, the AMX 12 ton, just died. But she's now going for the T-34-1, which is a Chinese medium. Rounds out. Close. She got 52 hit points of stun and splash on him. He's not a happy bunny, he's a one shot, and now he's gone. Okay, up on the heights we've got a Super Hellcat trying to get into a good position. Angelina's lining up a shot for him. Rounds out. That looks good. It landed near where he was headed. She couldn't be certain that that one would hit target though, because obviously he was pulling back. Okay, Samura SM and the T-29 are pushing in the northwest corner, and we just lost the G2. But Angelina's on Samura. Oh, he got warning that that shell was on the way in, and obviously he was able to pull back in time just to avoid the worst of the effect, but he's still got splashed for 136. Now this is a tier 8 game with tier 6 tanks in it, so she's middle tier. Got an enemy M44 trying to go up the cliff. He's a one shot now and he's gone. Okay, we've got an Udes here. Angelina's trying to work out where he's headed. We just saw the tracer from enemy Arty over on the north-east corner of the map. Now, enemy Arty aren't really going to be doing much counter battery in this game, because they're going to be focusing more on trying to get that cap area. Okay, we've got a Leo. Yep, he's trying to get the cap as well. Trying to get a reset. Angelina's round goes in. It stuns the Leo, but she didn't get any damage. And we just lost our E25. And now the enemy is capping. The disappointing thing is that because there's the enemy's pushing us out of the northwest corner. Angelina's now the only one who can get some damage on that enemy tank. Oh, she hit him. She hit the Leo on his rear for 270. Was it? Yes, it was 270 hit points. That's a lot. It's not a penetrating shot, but it's certainly a lot of damage. Now, as you know, the GW Panther was developed by Krupp in 1943-1944 to be an alternative to the Hummel. It's supposed to use the Panther hull, and another accurate hit smacks the Samur SM for 282. They never built any GW Panthers, but they did show the scale models to Hitler, and they were trying to get him to approve some prototypes, but they never got around to it. So that all they had was a wooden prototype. Another accurate hit on the Samur for 207. She's a very accurate player. She knows how to put shells right on target to get the maximum. And it's a pity that sometimes she doesn't get the penetration because she deserves it. If she got the pen on the enemy tank, it would certainly make a huge dent in their health. Now, the GW Panther in the game is based on a Panther hull, so it has the same sort of Panther strengths. The only problem is it doesn't have the Panther engine. Oh, there's one that's gone. The enemy Panther's just been wiped out. No, in the game, Wargaming actually modelled the engine on a downgraded power Maybach. So it doesn't have the most powerful engine it should have. And that's why the GW Panther is quite slow compared to a Panther tank. Done, nice shot. It splashed the M4A1 FL10, who's now to a one shot, and he's killed. The enemy are losing tanks heavily. They're only down to 2 tanks now, both tank destroyers, that T-78 and a Super Hellcat. And we don't know where the Super Hellcat's gone, but we think he's probably pulled back. They just lost the T-78. So it looks like they're going to win this one because there's only one enemy left. Angelina's trying to get into a position so she can help. She might decide to go down into the valley. Oh, Super Hellcat's been spotted. I don't think Angelina's noticed it though. Oh, she has now. Or is she trying to get to a firing position? And the last enemy has been wiped out by the Jacksons. So first game is a victory for Angelina. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second class tanker game for Angelina75 and the GW Panther. She got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. She managed to get 10, and she got a Confederate medal because she hit more of the enemy than anyone else on the team, at least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. Her win 8 score was 1,985. Now that might become important in the future. She also managed to get 1 kill, that first kill of the game, the T-71 CMDD, who was actually in the cap circle, and he was literally wiped out. That shot actually lost him 15 hit points, so he must have been hit beforehand, but it did nail him as the first kill for Angelina. Let's have a look at team scores. The highest damage in the game was actually done by the Samur SM that Angelina kept on hitting. 2,905 hit points was done by him. The second... Oh, he wasn't... Sorry, I beg your pardon. He wasn't the highest scorer in the game. The highest scorer was actually, in fact, the Type 59 on Angelina's team. He got a Steel Wall and 9 caliber for 3,570. I didn't see that. And the second highest was the Samur with 2,905. And the third highest was a Patriot, a G26E5 Patriot. 2,105 hit points went to him. Angelina managed to get 1,514, which is quite a decent score considering the fact that this was a tier 8 and that there were some pretty good players in the battle. When it came to kills, it was that Type 59 again. He got 5 kills. The Patriot managed to get 3. 2 kills went to the SU-130PM and also to the Samur SM, and the rest had 1, including Angelina. That's all they managed to get. But when it came to base XP, it was the Type 59 again with 1487. 985 went to the Patriot, and Angelina picked up 737. So a decent score. 13 direct hits on the, 13 shots fired rather, 4 direct hits and 1 penetration on the enemy. I'm pretty sure that penetration shot was on the T-71. Yes, it was. It was that first shot. He's very lightly armoured, so the first shell just went straight through him and wiped him out. Splash on 11 tanks as well. 1,514 hit points of damage, all of it done at more than 300 meters. Hit 8 of the enemy, killed 1, so there's more than 6 difference there to manage to get her the Confederate. And 690 hit points of stun assist off the 11 stuns. On a premium count, she earned 32,360 credits, got 50,000 credits for completing a mission. That's probably first win of the day. 82,360 credits altogether, and because she used standard ammo throughout, 67,800 credits profit, a decent profit from a short game. 1,105 XP times 3 for the first victory, 3,316 experience points altogether. She says the old GW Panther was spot on tonight. Well, I think it was actually Angelina's aiming that was spot on, and she did very well in that battle. Got some nice accurate shots on the enemy. Pity, as I said, that she couldn't get more penetrations on them. She certainly hit that Samur a lot of times. Their best player got 4 hits on him, and he ended up losing 625 hit points to Angelina. So yes, she did her best job to keep him at bay. So that's the end of the first battle. Let's have a look at the second one and see if talon1958 can do better. Okay, the second replay is on the Berlin map, and the game started. Well, you can see Talon is also in his GW Panther, and I think you can see right underneath that, yes, he's got the M symbol for having more than one ace tanker in this vehicle. He's only got 1 mark of excellence on his barrel though, so surprisingly, he's had more ace tankers, but he still hasn't got his second mark, but I don't think it'll be long before he does get it. Whereas Angelina's had her second mark for a little while now. In fact, quite a long time now, if I remember correctly. Now, it's a 15cm howitzer, but the original GW Panther was going to have a 128mm gun, not the 15cm. In fact, the gun they gave it in the end was more powerful, a much better gun with a faster shell velocity and a faster reload. So even though Wargaming have played around with the trajectories since they did the nerf, and of course the damage, first shot splashes an A44. Originally this gun would have done 680 alpha instead of 600, but now it's gone to 600 alpha. Of course, now it can fire the special HE shells and also the armor piercing rounds, but I think everybody's realised that the stun that you get from stun assist, or the stun assist that you get from stun carrying HE shells, is just too good to pass up. And although sometimes it might feel nice to actually aim an HE round which can actually do more damage, or even an armor piercing that can penetrate directly through an enemy vehicle. Oh, that was a direct hit on the A44. It's sometimes better to pass up on that just so you can get the stun assist, because it might actually help your teammates. Okay, Nashorn's gone. MT25's hiding behind the bush. Let's see if we can put a round in there. I think he's still there. Round's out. Well, if he is still there, he certainly felt that. You see that Talon's changing position ever so slightly after each shot. It does help actually, just if you can move sideways or a bit off to one side, because obviously if you do, then there's a good chance the enemy's going to aim for the wrong spot. Well, I think that A44 is still over there because our teammates can't see him at the moment. If he had moved, I think they would have spotted him. Trying to get a shot on that KV3. It looks like one of the other Artys did fire in that direction. Oh, there's the A44. He did move. And he's just behind the bridge supports. Now, will he be able to get a shot in there? Well, both Artys fired in the same direction. In fact, there's an enemy Scorpion It's one of the tank destroyers coming. Oh, there he is. Yes, he's actually now on our side of the battlefield, and we've got a steering wheel moving up to try and counter him. Rounds out. Direct hit for 257. The Scorpion took a hammering, and he's now almost desperately trying to get away. He almost flipped himself. He's trying to get behind the barrier to protect himself. That won't protect you from Arty rounds. The Arty rounds will come down on top, and in fact, actually, he is eventually taken out by the Biz 44-1. Okay, we've got a KV2 and a KV3. We're going to go for the KV2. Rounds out. Direct hit. 193. He removed the stun the moment he was hit. And we've got our own KV2 nearby. He's just fired into that KV3 as well. Standard reload for this Arty is 25.39. Talon's got 20.97. The A44's moved up. Rounds out. Fell short, and so did the shell from the FV304, our platoon mate, or teammate rather, not platoon mate. Talon's moving position just slightly. He's obviously trying to get a shot on that A44. There we go. He's dialing in. He likes accurate shots, and the best way to get those tight reticule. Rounds out. Direct hit. 203. The guy goes down immediately afterwards, and he picks up all that as stun assist. So a good shot, and he earns some nice points. There's the enemy FV304. The enemy bird. Not loaded yet, but it looks like he's just getting ready to shoot. Rounds out. And that was a direct hit on him as well. So it looks like 2 shells impacted. One actually behind the FV304 and the other one directly on him. Now the enemy's really being hammered. There's 7 tanks down at the moment. And it looks like Talon's going to go for the shot on this Super Hellcat. Rounds out. Just a little too late to get a shot on him. The FV304 is down to 21 hit points. He just got tracked, and now he's out the game. That Super Hellcat was rushing to try and get away. He ran into the wall, and I think he's about to go as well. Talon's loaded now. He's ready to go. He's just trying to work out where the Super Hellcat's going. Remember to give enough lead. If he gets tracked, and he's going for the barrier. Okay, now, rounds out. This looks good. Just in front of him for 162. Makes more one shot, and he's out the game. There's only 4 enemies left. One of them's an Arty. There's a VK3002D. Was it? No, it's the M version. The MAM version. Can you get a shot on this guy? Just as he pulls up. Oh, he blows up on the bridge. Now, there's 2 Artys left in the game. It's an M12 and a Hummel on the enemy team. They've got 1 medium tank to protect them, a P43 Biz. There's the Hummel. He's way up on top of the bridge, and he makes himself an easy target for Talon. He fires in snap, and he gets a kill. He splashed him. He only needed a near miss to take him out of the game. Just need to see the other Arty, which is the M12. He's the last one on the enemy team. Somewhere in this vicinity. Probably in the tree line. Trees at the back. There he is. Yep, he was in the tree line. Rounds out. Direct hit. 269 hit points. And he's killed the next second by the Sturlo Mill. So another victory. 2 victories. Who wins? Well, here's the end of battle stats, and oh my gum, it's an identical result. A second-class tanker for talon1958 in the GW Panther in Berlin. He got a bruiser medal, just like Angelina did. He got it for 10 critical hits, where she got it for 9 critical hits. She got it for 10. And he also got a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by others. And Angelina got a Confederate as well. If we look at the Win 8 score, we can see that Talon managed to get 2,240. Now, I think that's more than Angelina managed to get. You can see this battle took place a couple of days ago, and Angelina's was a few days before that. But we'll go through the rest of the team score anyway and see exactly what the scores are. We can see that when it came to damage, Talon was right at the top of his team. He didn't get the high caliber, but he did get 1,701 hit points, which was the highest for the battle, and of course that Confederate. The second highest damage was the KV-2 with 1,666, and the third highest damage was the Skoda T25 with 1,401, and he also got a Confederate in the game. The 5916 also got a Spartan. When it came to kills, it was the VZ44-1. He got 3 kills. 2 kills went to the E25, the Sturmil, and the BR Hotchkiss. And nobody on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill. In fact, only one enemy vehicle managed to get a kill at all. That's terrible. MT25 got 1 kill, and everyone else got nothing. Oh dear. When it came to kills on Talon's team, he managed to get 1 kill, so it puts him a little way, but he's, you know, in joint third place with quite a few others of his teammates. When it came to base XP, though, he's actually in third place overall because the 5916 did a lot of spotting. He got 918 hit points, XP rather. 843 went to the KV-2 and 816 went to talon1958. Talon fired 14 rounds in his game, 6 direct hits on the enemy, but no penetrations, 11 splash. Damage of 1,701 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. I think that's more damage than Angelina managed to make. 7 enemy vehicles were damaged, 1 was killed. Angelina made more, she got a bigger difference there. 862 hit points of stun assist off 10 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 36,381 credits, got 95,000 for completing a mission and events, total of 131,381 credits altogether. And after ammunition resupply, took away an even bigger total than Angelina did, than 115,701 credits. But after all, he did get a mission completion. I think it was on more than one mission there in one fell swoop. 1,224 XP times 2 for the first victory, took away 2,448 experience points altogether. Yeah, this is looking like this is a tie at the moment. It looks like a tie to me. If we go back at Angelina's, we can see, yeah, 2, a second class, bruiser, and a Confederate. Angelina only got 1,985 on her win 8, but Talon managed to get 2,240, so his win 8 was higher. And if we look at the detail report at the end, we can see that Talon got a profit of 115,701 and 2,448. And if we look at Angelina's, we can see that she managed to get a profit of 67,800 and a higher XP than Talon did. She got 3,316. But I think the difference there is that she got a ×3, and if we look at Talon's, he got a ×2. So that's the only thing that held him up there, that Wargaming changed the scores or the multiplier on that weekend. So he earned less XP. He did score 1,701. If we go back, we can see Angelina got 1,514, so he did more damage. He got a higher amount of credits. He got less XP, but he did get a higher win 8. So if I'd have to say who actually won this contest, I would actually put it down to Talon, I'm afraid, because he got a higher win 8 on the end. He actually did do more damage. He also, I believe, got more stun assist, did he? 862 stun assist. If I go back and we look at Angelina's, she only got 690. So he did more stun assist off her, of his shots as well. She hit more of the enemy, but he actually did get a bigger score. So I think actually it's going to be Talon that gets the weekend lion, if I'd have to say, between the two. But there's still plenty of time. She can still get another ace tanker, and that will finish it off. First to get an ace tanker gets the weekend lion, I should think. And well, so get your GWs ready, or whatever vehicle you're actually going to take out, and take it out there and get your ace tanker, and then you can get to sleep in at the weekend. I hope you enjoyed that contest. It really is fun for me every week that this happens, and I've got more videos like this coming up soon, so you'll get to see that this contest is ongoing. It's a very good contest. It's a very clean contest, and I think they have a lot of fun with it as well. So very well done to both players. We like to see this sort of thing because it's a fair contest between Arty players to who can better each other. And I wish that more players would do it, actually, because then, you know, it will be a case of improving your score by having a nice little contest as part of it. If you enjoyed those replays, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm.
Paw. 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 Rhea, look. Paw. Give me paw. Rhea, paw. Paw. Look. Paw.
And of course, please do let other people know that not only this channel exists, but we've got a second channel. We're one of the few channels that have actually got, few people who've actually got two channels where you can watch replays like this with a commentary, or you could, if you don't want to listen to me prattling on in the background, you can watch a really great game with absolutely no commentary whatsoever on a Virgin client, so you get to see a really great battle. Thanks for watching.